Good day, everyone, and welcome to this edition of your HLGU News Update. I'm Cammie Fiedler. It's Love Week at Hannibal-LaGrange University, and students got a chance to show their love for missions during this year's date auction. With more on that story, here's Kelsey McCoy.
The Hannibal-LaGrange University Phi Beta Delta group hosted date auction during Love Week. The date auction is an event where groups of guys auction off dates. The ladies in the crowd then bid on those dates. The money raised is all for a good cause. Each winning bid raises money for HLGU-sponsored mission trips.
So whenever I first learned about the date auction, I learned that it went to missions, and so that's obviously something I'm passionate about, and so I wanted to show support in some way. So a couple of friends and I pulled our money and bought ourselves a date.
The date auction was held in the LA Foster Student Center. Students came out for a fun time to support the cause. 17 members of Phi Beta Delta auctioned themselves off this year.
We all in PBD have a passion for missions and for going on missions and supporting missions, and this campus really does as well, as we've seen through our Beard Off and other, the date auction of last year did really well, and we got to send a lot of great people over missions.
The night is lighthearted and fun and has become an HLGU tradition. HLGU student Nick Douglas says his fun date is sure to be a memorable night.
Part one is going to be us having homemade pancakes at Kevin's house, made by myself and Kevin, and we're going to be wearing sweaters, going for more of a Mr. Rogers kind of feel, if we can attain it. The part two is going to be pizza with some pizzazz.
This year's date auction raised over $1,200. That money will be distributed to HLGU missions teams. If you're interested in serving on a mission team, contact your resident director or stop by the Student Life office. Reporting for TNN, I'm Kelsey McCoy.
In other news, the HLGU men's and women's basketball teams hosted Hoops for Hope on Thursday, February 14th. This is an annual event that supports those in community battling cancer. HLGU partners with the Hannibal Regional Foundation to fundraise for the James E. Carey Cancer Center. Funds raised through t-shirt sales go to the Patient Assistance Fund that provides valuable resources to cancer patients. Hannibal-LaGrange women's basketball coach Kelly Quiggle says Hoops for Hope is a great community-focused event.
You know, everybody's been affected with someone with cancer, so I think it's a great cause, and that if we can help some people here in our community as they're going through that time and need, I just think it's really significant.
The men's and women's basketball teams sported bright pink Hoops for Hope t-shirts at their games on Thursday. Over $400 was raised during this event. Speaking of basketball, the men's basketball team is having an amazing season this year. In fact, we could make school history. Stay tuned for that story coming up in our sports segment. But first, more news. Well, in addition to Love Week, Hannibal-LaGrange University is also celebrating Carol Missions Week at HLGU. That means that students got a chance to hear about missions in chapel on both Wednesday and Thursday. Representatives from various organizations set up tables and exposed students to various mission opportunities. The honorary chapel speaker for Carol Missions Week was the former president of Lifeway Christian Resources, Dr. James Draper. Dr. Draper has traveled to almost 40 countries during mission work. Draper encourages students to be obedient to God's call and answer the command of the Great Commission.
The world is wide open to a simple witness, and the main thing is, what did God do in your life? How'd you get saved? What does it mean to you? That's what they want to hear. Carol
Missions Week honors the vision and contribution of the late Kenneth and Rhema Carroll. In celebration of Black History Month, an exhibit containing a never-told story in art history and music is now on display at Hannibal-LaGrange University. The exhibit runs until March 15th in the Hagerman Art Gallery. The exhibit shows off a variety of pictures from Jim's journey, which includes a rare collection of photographs. Paintings and sculptures done by a collaboration of African-American artists are also included in the exhibit. Chair of the Art Department and Director of the Hagerman Art Gallery, Michael Klebanowski, is working with curator Faye Dant on the exhibit. Klebanowski says he thinks this exhibit can bring unity and healing to racial disputes.
When I was younger, as a kid in the 60s, and actually saw race riots on TV in Chicago, and I really believe that we could grow beyond that. And as I grew up, racism and racial type of ideas, they don't seem to go away. And I always want to be able to be part of the healing, and contribute to the blending of cultures and blending of races and blending of different beliefs.
The closing for this exhibit will be held on March 15th in the Hagerman Gallery. The night will end with HLGU graduate Dr. Paul Grisby, who will be performing musical pieces written by African American composers. HLGU earned the 2019-2020 Military-Friendly School designation once again. This prestigious list provides a comprehensive guide for veterans and their families using data sources from federal agencies and survey information from participating organizations. HLGU student Kevin Morrison served in the Air Force. He says he is grateful that HLGU is a military-friendly school.
They're in good standings with the veterans, and they are in good standings with me. They've always helped supported me through many of different problems and then helping me get finances here.
This year, 766 schools earned this prestigious designation. The full list can be viewed online at militaryfriendly.com. Well, that's all the news we have for now. Let's send it over to Colton Brown with some highlights from our Trojan basketball team.
Thanks, Cami. The Hannibal-LaGrange University men's basketball team is having a very successful year on the court. As Emma Anderson tells us, the key to their success this season is all about teamwork. Here's that story.
Tough defense, team chemistry, and tenacity. For the HLGU men's basketball team, these have been just a few of the keys to their success this season. The Trojans are currently second in the American Midwest Conference with a 16-9 record overall.
Awesome basketball, and it's amazing that we have it right here in our community.
While the season got off to a rocky start, HLGU quickly found their footing. The Trojans are shooting nearly 45% from the field and holding their opponents to an average of 64 points. In NAIA Division I, HLGU ranks in the top 5 in 5 categories. Head coach Jason Durst says the team's willingness to be coachable is essential to their success.
Well, I think our guys have just really bought into just kind of our system and our philosophy. I think they've done a really good job, especially on the defensive end, of just buying into what we're teaching them, what we've been coaching from the very beginning of the season, and we just continue to show improvements and getting better. And I think that's what has been really important for us, just having everybody bought into what we're doing.
Durst also says the team's resilience is an attribute that makes this team special. HLGU has been in several close games. Many of those games, the Trojans found a way to win. Of the 9 losses this season, the Trojans lost by an average of only 6 points. Senior Clay Tebow describes his team and their ability to pull out tough wins in one word.
Gritty. Just we bear down defensively and make it hard on them, make them take tough shots, and then offensively we run our stuff and work hard and try to get good looks for us.
Even HLGU fans enjoying the action from the stands can see that this team is special. Dan Peters, an HLGU basketball parent, says the team dynamic makes Trojan basketball a joy to watch.
To be able to see them on and off the court, the way they enjoy being with each other, the way they like each other, and they're just friends, and it really shows on the court how they play, and they never give up, they never quit, they persevere, no matter what the score is, they just keep playing hard all the way through to the end.
The team's hard work this season could pay off in a big way, as the Trojans have a strong chance of making it to postseason play, something that hasn't been done in a decade.
Since the AMC went to an 8-team tournament, this is the first season HLGU has had a chance to participate. Depending on where the Trojans finish in the standings, HLGU may even get to host a home game the first round. Reporting for TNN, I'm Emma Anderson.
In other sports news, the Hannibal-LaGrange University Lady Trojan basketball team hosted St. Louis College of Pharmacy on its corporate sponsor night. The Trojans suffered their second loss of the season to the Eutectics, 75-47. The visitors put on a brilliant display of defense, finishing the game with 28 points off of turnovers. The ladies will be home again for senior night on Saturday, February 23rd. The ladies will play at 1 o'clock. The men's basketball squad continued their success against the Eutectics in the evening finale. The Trojans took an early lead and never looked back. Sophomore Brady Smith finished with 25 points, including 3 monster dunks. Senior guard Clay Tebow provided a much-needed spark off the bench, scoring 10 points. Tebow described the win as a solid, all-around team win.
We're just closer as a group, have better team chemistry, and like defensively, we help each other out, and like we know what we're going to do out there, so it makes things a lot easier on the court. We're all working together.
There are just a couple more opportunities to come out and watch the men play at home. In other sports news, the HLGU Athletic Department honored Trojan corporate sponsors for the 3rd straight year on Thursday night. Athletic Director Jason Nichols said the night was something that is much needed year in and year out.
We want to intentionally thank our corporate sponsors for the generous support that they give us. without the support of corporate sponsors like these here tonight, we wouldn't be able to do a lot of projects that really go towards enhancing the student-athlete experience at Hannibal-LaGrange.
Judy Harding, owner of Lomax Trucking Service in Hannibal, says she was honored to be able to attend this event. She says this university is a special place for her and her family.
HLG has always been special. It's a very good asset for the community, and our company has supported it for years. I came to school here. I didn't graduate, but I took several classes. My daughter graduated, and I have a grandson who is a student here now.
The next big home event for the Trojans basketball is Senior Day on Saturday, February 23rd. That is what's happening in sports. I'm Colton Brown. Cammie, we'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Colton. That's all the time we have for now. Thanks for watching. I'm Cammie Fiedler.